you laughing, baby?
Because why do you always have to put your head back like that?
Because it's so hard for me to yell.
Why are you trying to yell on the show?
I don't know why. I just try to raise my voice a couple of octaves. It'd be hard sometimes.
How are you?
I'm blessed.
You look nice.
You do too.
Thank you.
Yeah, especially that little sweat on the top of your lip.
Is it there again?
It's there again.
I don't know. I told you last show that
that's what they mean by you always running your mouth. You run your mouth so much that your lips sweat.
That wasn't funny.
I know.
Unfortunately, thank God
we have. It was funny to me.
We have who we have on the show, so that I don't have to deal with the corniness of you trying to tell jokes, because I didn't even get that joke.
No, running your mouth like exercise so your lips sweat. See? No.
Okay, so today I'm a little uncomfortable.
So I'm not gonna introduce the guest, because although he's a great friend of mine, he had a relationship with you longer than me,
way before you.
I mean, you don't have to say way. All you had, I just already gave you credit. So why don't you introduce who we have on the show?
Without further ado, we have on the show one of my longtime one of the funniest people I know, comedian extraordinaire,
yes.
Goal chaser, dream chaser,
yes.
hustler,
yes.
the most driven person I know, the most dedicated to his craft, the most passionate in his purpose, Mr. Eddie Bryant.
Hey, Dunkins. What's up, Dunkins?
We dancing, y'all. We dancing. Y'all can't see it.
It's a party. That's the best intro. You need to intro me every show, because I ain't never felt that before. I'm psyched about all of them. My pockets bank account don't look like that intro, but it sound good.
Why are we still dancing?
I don't know.
Stop.
You know what I'm saying? Don't stop.
I feel uncomfortable with that.
You wall standing at the go-go when the party started. You don't know.
I'm definitely wall standing.
Don't even do that.
I'm done.
Eddie is finally here. We're so excited to have Eddie.
I'm so glad to be here.
Yes,
Forever
Eddie.
Duncan, finally Duncan.
Yes.
So,
what people don't know, and what Eddie was only privy to, it was either on the wedding day or maybe a couple of days after, is that Eddie is the reason why me and my wife met. We met and had a conversation, an extended conversation, because Eddie invited both of us to a show, and he introduced me to my wife. Even though I knew of her, I didn't actually know her, and so he introduced me to her. So Eddie is I wanted y'all to be judges at the comedy show and watch all the comedians bomb and stuff, and I knew that y'all would be funny, and y'all not comedians, so they wouldn't take it personal from y'all.
Right.
So boom, I was like, okay, boom, get Alfie got a song, okay, Sharella, she got the models and all that, we gonna mix all of that, it's gonna be sexy and everybody gonna come in here,
It was
gonna laugh. It was fun. We was on the water, we was Hogate, we was like, all right, boom, we Hogate's is stinking there, but it still was Hogate. Boom. And then we had some fun, you know what I'm saying? And then I ain't had no car, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, I
felt like we rode together. Did we not ride together?
I think I was in a relationship.
No, I think you did.
No,
I think y'all rode together, but you had to do something else afterwards.
We rode together. I think we rode with somebody. We were together.
Yes, I'm not in that relationship anymore. And she was like, well, I need to take my car home. Okay, and I was like, okay, well, you take your car home, just drive me home. And then I was like, look, Alfred, look, you can get Sharella ride, because Shawnee over here tripping. I got another girl that need to get home. And then it was all mixed up, and then she was just trying to feel the team spirit. And so, we broke up that night. So y'all met, and now y'all here, and then my stuff is all broken.
That's funny. I
always get so emotional thinking about Eddie. I always get emotional, because just knowing that if it wasn't for that night, we would never have been here, to be honest with you, because that started it.
I would agree.
I didn't realize. All I looked at it was like, boom, give up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just friends, because y'all were both my friends. Like Sharella, you was hustling. When I first met Sharella, she was like, running the studio. You had your models. She
And
had
then
a
we were
business.
connected because of Riverdale, the whole
Riverdale thing. You know, my family, they crazy over there. I don't know how. But, you know, and then it's like, you know, you was my man. So I'm like, okay, it's all, you know, it's all cool.
Yeah.
You know, so it wasn't nothing about...
You wasn't trying to hook us up because he was in a relationship. It was just like, man, look, I need to get her home.
Right.
And that's why that's why I know we came together, because you felt obligated to get me home.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't nothing like, oh, y'all be great together. It was just more so like,
none of that.
I need to get her home. You know what I'm saying?
And we didn't have Uber back then.
Right.
We did not
have Uber back then.
Yeah, because I didn't get paid for that. Because I didn't get paid for the ride home.
You getting paid for it now.
You getting paid for it now. Don't start Alpha trying to be funny.
I'm just saying.
Be back on the couch.
Exactly.
Are you getting paid, huh? You getting paid? Stop. In Jesus' name.
Exactly.
Get the pastor on the phone.
Yes,
He talking about he ain't getting paid, pastor.
Wow. Why do you always get emotional now?
I think because, you know, you encounter people in your life for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, Eddie was the moving part to start what we have today, regardless if it was, you know, a seed planted. He didn't plant that relationship seed. It was just more so, you know, just making sure that I was okay.
Eddie being Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie being very compassionate and just very caring, and Eddie has always been, you know, he's a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Very, very caring, and he's very supportive. And so that just led to this. Right. And I just get so emotional because no one knows, like, you know, that Eddie was the one, you know what I mean? And we rarely see Eddie now. We rarely talk to Eddie now.
Everybody
but
working.
Eddie was the one. Yeah.
Nah, but I mean, I get it though. Like, you know,
not
everybody's
emotional.
working.
I get like,
I feel you. I
like
understand
my
what
heart
you're saying.
is like, you know, every time I see him.
I think, you know, one thing that I try to stop myself from doing is every time I see you, I express to you, you know, how much I love you.
Yeah.
I express to you, you know, how much, you know, we collectively miss you as far as, because we spent a lot of time together and all of that, and how much you mean, you know, you to me. And well, my wife, she has her own relationship with you, but as far as me, there was times where me and you would be together every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we was trying to get something.
Yeah.
Being creative and just being in that space. And then, you know, so like, okay, so boom. You guys get married, you got to put that time in, right? And so look at it. You got a book. Y'all did speaking tours, stage plays, radio show, TV appearances. You know what I'm saying? You on the grind. Yeah. So I came in there, you want to come and hang out, blah, 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 blah. And on the flip, show, project, you know what I'm saying?
You,
just
you being light about it, like Australia.
He's so humble.
You know, London. He being light about it. He talking about show.
Like he on U Street every day.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I was on U Street twice this week. Okay.
No, but I'm talking about the bigger picture.
The bigger picture of the shows, because I mean, you know, we gotta, man, y'all dreaming big. We dreaming big.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So let's shoot for it. We can't sit up here and be like, okay, we're gonna put this little open mic again thing together. Like, okay, all right, cool. Yeah. But let's go.
I got bigger stuff.
We got bigger fish to try to go fry.
Yeah.
Not try to go fry, to go fry. Cause I'm you gotta, okay, I know you gotta do that. I'm sorry. I forgot about that. Okay. Oh God, I gotta listen to this again. But yeah, no. Australia was fun. Edinburgh, Scotland. I got into a fight over there.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta explain that.
What happened?
So boom.
This about to be funny.
Yeah. We had a good time. Okay.
Where was this? Where was it first?
Edinburgh.
Okay.
Scotland.
Okay.
Right. So boom. Get off the plane. I met a white lady on the plane. And she was like, we're going to the same part of town. And I was like, okay, well, we can catch an Uber. She's like, no, we can save some money and get on the bus. And I'm like, oh, yeah. You get on the bus with a nigga.
It's acceptable out here.
Yeah, okay, well, cool. I don't know how to catch no bus.
Right.
So, boom, we caught the bus, and then she went to her place, and I went to my place. Boom. And my boys that are over there, I met in Australia, right? So they texting me like I live around there. Just knock on the door, hit the buzzer, come around the corner, and this is where the door is, and blah, blah, blah. It's on top of a shop, and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, well, how am I going to find this apartment? Ain't nobody really guiding me in. Right. So I get off the bus, I walk around the corner. Boom, it was right where they said it was. I hit the buzzer, they buzzed me up. I come inside, it's a 3-bedroom flat. Everybody in that joint just getting up. They rolling up, going on the patio deck. It's nice, everybody putting it in the air. I'm like, oh, the party just started. Okay, all right, we in. Skylet, boom, 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 boom. Then we go get something to eat, and then we start doing shows.
All right.
Right? So during this time, it's the festival. So we start doing shows about 2 o'clock, and we finish doing shows at about midnight every day.
Dang.
Right? So it's like you go do a 2 o'clock, then you go do a 4 o'clock, then you go do a 6 o'clock, then 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Boom. Midnight. You get out the last show at midnight. Then you start partying.
Okay.
Wow.
Right? Then you party till like 4
or 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock in the morning, and you do it all over again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right? So bunch of comedians, everybody's like having fun. Last night, we doing the same routine. Boom, finish the shows. We go to a bar. We start getting some drinks. We leave the bar. We go to a nightclub. Start getting some drinks. We leave the nightclub. Go to the carryout.
Everything happens at the carryout.
Everything happens at the carryout. So boom, we go inside the carryout. Everybody get their food. I'm sitting on the sidewalk watching the people leave the club, and I'm eating my food out of my container. 4 drunk white guys walking down the street. One of them come up to me making monkey gestures and knock my food out my hand.
You are lying.
I promise.
What you mean, man? Like, ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, for real?
Wow, wow.
Oh my God.
2-piece them. And then my boys that was with me, I had one youngin' from Liverpool. He got an afro, white dude with an afro, and this other youngin' from Wales, little short youngin'. I would take him to any go-go. Lord Shorty was ready. You hear me like Pitbull. He wasn't but about 5
Was he black or white?
No, both of them white, but they got black tendencies. Because they was on it. And so I 2-piece the dude, and I promise you, the police, I have never seen the quickest police response. I only got 2 punches off.
And they was there.
And they was there, here, all around, like all in my face. Got me, hey. And they letting the dude that I hit walk off. They giving him time to walk off. And the police.
And they grabbing you all up.
They all up in here. Had it not been for the witnesses, which were all white.
Right.
Saying no. He's like, you look like the aggressor. You look like the aggressor. Right? Like, how am I being aggressive?
He said, you look like the aggressor.
You look like the aggressor. You look like the aggressor. I said, no. He the aggressor. He the one that then the witnesses came up and said, no, the guy you let walk away, walking down the street right there, he knocked the stuff out of his hand and he was defending himself. And it's like, oh, okay. I said, now, you'll never make detective, okay? First of all, you know what I'm saying? Because first of all, how am I going to be aggressive? I have not seen another black person in 4 days. Okay? I have not seen another black person in 4 days. I'm talking about black person. I'm talking about, Biggie, I have not seen another black person 4 days. So it's 3 million white people here.
Oh my God.
Why would I be aggressive?
Yes.
Right?
He said, you will not.
You ain't gonna make this, because not putting the clues together. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he being racist, and they thought it was funny to knock my food out my hand. Unless you talking about getting my food out my hand, we ain't got nothing to talk about. But I'm not doing that. And then, I was like, okay. So he tried to let me go, and then I tried to walk in the direction where the dude was going, because I ain't got my food.
You wasn't finished.
You pretty bold though. You just said you the only black person there.
But he had his soldiers with him.
I had Liverpool and Wales. Liverpool and Wales represent. Okay, Liverpool and Wales. They was like, okay, we trying to go, and then the police was like, nah, y'all go this way and you go that way, and then that was the end of that.
So, Ed, you know that this is, if it's Forever Dunkin' stamp, then most of the time, if not all of the time, it has to do with love.
Yeah.
So.
I
couldn't even look at him when you said that.
So
I look back at you, Shamela, because I don't want to look at no man talking about love in my eye. Look at your engineer. She in a relationship too.
So since I've known
don't be
you,
bringing them no old girlfriends.
I'm not
gonna do that, Eddie.
So since I've known you, you know what I'm saying. You are probably someone. You are the biggest example of chasing your dream,
the hugest example,
and not allowing anything to distract you
or anyone.
Anything or anyone to distract you.
I try.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, there is I wouldn't say a dilemma, but people have dilemmas within their lives, as far as career or love.
Oh, love, right.
Yeah. And
I struggle with that.
Yeah, and that's what we want to talk to you about.
Okay.
We want to talk to you about career versus love.
Hold on, before we get into it, I want to just kind of take us back. Before, Eddie and I would be at the studio and we would have long conversations. Neither one of us were in a relationship. And we would have these conversations and we would talk about how we were so adamant about being successful and about winning.
Right.
But we also always talked about how we wanted to share that with someone and it'd be real and genuine. And we used to have those conversations all the time. And Eddie used to be like, man, Sharella, man, they don't understand, man. They don't understand what this dream chasing about, man. They don't understand. No. And I could remember those conversations like they were, like it was yesterday, because we had them. And my memory is trash at times, but
yes, garbage.
Shut up. But
waste.
Garbage disposal. Okay, that's enough. But we would have those conversations, and we would get so deep into the conversations, and like, okay, well, what is it that we want out of a relationship? We would start analyzing each other, and it's just the conversations. I can hear it like as if it was yesterday. So every time I don't know. Eddie just is. I don't know.
I like love, right? I know for me, what I've learned, up to this point is I have to allow myself to be loved. Like it's okay to be loved, and I can't necessarily dictate how someone loves me. I just either accept it. I either have to accept how they love or not accept how they love, but this is how they love, and I have to be okay with that. And as an artist, sometimes I get in my own head. Okay, well, I need to be, working. I don't have time for blah 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 blah. When it's not really, that's not being fair. You know what I'm saying? So finding a balance it's a challenge. You know what I'm saying? So now, as of late, y'all know my ex, right? My ex Wanda. Hi, Wanda. Okay, so really good friend, really great person, really big heart, and I was not present for the relationship. You know what I'm saying? I was not present. So, of course, she deserved time. She deserved energy. She deserved love. She deserved to be loved better. So, in chasing my dream, comedy is a jealous, can I say this on a jealous whore. Comedy is very jealous. And so, if I don't spend time the way that I feel like I need to invest the time into it, I won't get anything out of it. I don't have an agent. I don't have management. I don't have team. I don't have, so I'm wearing a lot of hats.
Right. And
then you got to write jokes, and you got to go out and you got to hit open mic every night. And if you're not booked for a show, you're going to go sit at a show. And, you're spending the time networking and emailing, and, you key in about the business, and you put all of that into the business so that you can start reaping some of those benefits. And if I'm spending, and I felt at the time, if I'm spending the time going dinner, Netflix and chill, family get together, that's 3 days out of a week. So I'm only doing comedy four times a week, or it feels part-time now. Mm-hmm. And I don't have a day job. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I make, I don't know, I make $1,000 this week, and I spend $500 on it. Being in a relationship, I only made $500. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like I got family. Hey, Dad, let me hold blah, blah, blah. And, so you're trying to put it together. And so that you can be present in a relationship and feeling like, if I get a baby or something like, I get a baby and a wife, I'm going to go get a job. Ain't no more, I'm going to England next week. And that's I just don't see that as a reality. You know what I'm saying? So
this is a crucial conversation right now.
It is. I mean, I knew it was going to be crucial because I know the conversation that we had, in reference to relationships. And, I kind of knew his point of view with it. However, he just enlightened me as far as where he is today on it. Because Eddie, years ago, some of that stuff that he just said,
I wouldn't have said it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have said it. I mean, but you're not the same person that you was.
Yeah, of course.
Before.
Yeah.
So back in the day, I'm like, I don't give a damn about no girl, man. What? Huh? I'm going to work. What?
So do you feel
comedy has always been first for Eddie?
Yeah, it's still first.
Been first. No, that's what I'm saying. It's always been first. Yeah. It's never taken a back seat to anything ever.
Nope.
Do you is there a bigger hunger for love now than, back in the day? Do you desire to be, well, let me not say love, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't, not necessarily love, but just somebody, just somebody besides you, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who you can share this entire, journey with.
If that unicorn is out there, yes. Of course you want somebody to share with.
Right.
But I think that finding somebody that understands where you are, not where they would like you to be, but where you at, where you at in your life. So right now, with comedy, I know it's two types of people. It's hunters and it's gatherers, right? So in comedy, I gotta go hunt my kill. I gotta go book my shows. I gotta go, if I don't got a show booked, produce a show. And then from producing a show, I booked 2 comedians. Them 2 comedians then give me 2 shows. All right, boom. So now that one show just brought me 2 more shows. So now I got 3 shows when I ain't have none. Right? So that's hunting. Right? So I'm hunting. Then you have some people that sit back and just gather. They just like, I ain't producing those shows. I'm just I'm going to get what I'm going to get. I got an agent that does this for me. I got a blah, 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 blah. And you get to that place where, the demand creates that situation. But until then, you must hunt.
Right.
Right? So in the hunting stage, when it comes to a relationship, you really have to manage that time. You really got to manage the time. So I can't promise you we're going to the movies on Saturday. I could say, yeah, we're going to the movies on Saturday, but if I get a call and say, hey, Ed, I need you to be in Delaware on Saturday. Hey, babe, remember when we said we was going to the movies? Yeah, I got to go to Delaware.
Yeah, you want to go to the movies in Delaware?
Yeah, no, not even you want to go to the movies in Delaware because, I mean, you guys work together like on this radio show, but most couples, you go to that job and you go to that job. So, you know, when I go do a show, I would prefer to go by myself. So that I can go get into my mental space, read the audience, see what's going on. If it's some issues that the show might not necessarily be right or the promoter might be janky, I might have to get a little, hey Slim, I need my money. You know, I don't want my girl present for those types of things. You know what I'm saying? I would much rather, if I'm going to fight or I get into a hostile situation, I would much rather be by myself. You know what I'm saying? Because imagine, okay, I have my girl in Edinburgh or something like that. Let me hit my man.
She looks like the aggressor.
Yeah, she look like the aggressor. You look like the aggressor. You know, now you done got them in a situation where you possibly can't protect them or something can get crazy. So I limit which shows I like to take somebody with me. You know what I'm saying? If I know it's a legit show, we at a comedy club or something like that, it's legit. But if it's on some janky shit and I'm just going to grab some money, yeah.
Have you ever been in a relationship with someone who helped you with all of that?
I was just thinking the same thing.
I rarely allow that.
Ooh.
He is selfish about his business.
But I mean,
I would rather for my woman, in my ideal situation, in my man logic, okay, I know in my man logic, I think that I would like my woman to be my solitude away from my work. I can handle the work. I can handle the grind. When I get off the grind, baby, let's go to a hibachi joint. Let's go get some food. Let's go rub your feet, rub my back. Let's go have some, whatever. Let's go paintballing. Let's go shoot some pool. Let's go bowling. Let's go cook something funny we ain't never cooked before. Or let's go, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that solitude, regular life outside of comedy. Because in comedy, it's catty comedians and it's janky promoters and it's club owners and it's radios, it's just a whole bunch of, and you bring your woman to it, right? You bring her into it. And those people try to use whoever's near and dear to you, they'll use them against you. I've had a club owner, befriend a girl that I was dealing with just to get a beat on what I'm doing so that he can then manipulate, find ways to manipulate things. So he knows her birthday's coming up. The money's short this week.
Oh my goodness.
What you mean he said that to you?
Yeah,
He'll say that to me.
He won't have the money.
So I won't have the money because he know that I need this money
for her birthday.
Just to induce that power. It's a power struggle. You know what I'm saying? So when you doing stuff and when you doing business, when a club owner, you bringing them money every week, and the more you grow, they know I ain't gonna be getting this money for much longer.
Right.
So let me hold on to this power and manipulate this situation so that I can continue getting this money.
Right.
And so when they know what you value, they'll try to use that against you.
So what if love, or what if that unicorn wasn't what you picture it to be?
Wasn't wrapped up like you.
Yeah, like would you since you said you would want your girl, your woman, your wife, whatever, to be your solitude, right?
Right.
But what if you found a partner who was really good at, just helping you out with your dream, or, just certain things that I wouldn't
have sex with that person. Two, we gonna be business partners. We gonna make a whole lot of money, and then
So we are here with our good friend Eddie Bryant, comedian extraordinaire Eddie Bryant, and we were just talking about just relationships and things of that nature as he does his grinding thing in the comedy scene. And you had something to say, baby?
So
what's she look like?
I'm wondering if because this is always been a thing with Eddie. So I'm wondering if so like you said, what if that's not the plan for you? You said that, right? But what if it is? What if God's plan for him is to stay so grounded in his work until his big break comes, that he doesn't have to find his own things anymore. He don't have to hunt as much, and he can sit back and gather. What if God is taking him to that place, right? And preparing him so that when the person for him comes along, he's ready. There's the work isn't interfering with it. She understands that he has to go, and she understands that I can't go to this show, and she understands that he's a grinder and that comedy has always been first. So I may have to just sit back because I love him so much, so I understand this. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just sit back and I'll wait, and I feel like that may be what it is, because he's been so adamant and so had tunnel vision about his work for so long that this is what
I'm tired. I'm gonna tell you that I'm tired. I went to the Bryant the other day to talk to a counselor.
wait.
I'm tired. I'm gonna tell you that right now. All my friends is married. I ain't got nobody. I went to the Institute to see if I can get back and get a new job. And then I can just be like forever and everybody, because all my friends is married, all of them, right? And then so I'm like, okay, well, So
I don't knock that. I don't knock that. I don't. I just have a hard time believing because I know who he is, and who he is too. Eddie loves his family.
He does.
He does.
Buddy.
He does.
You know what I'm saying? He'll do anything for his family. He was supposed to be on this show 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he didn't come because grandma needed to go to the grocery store.
He do not play about his grandmother.
What?
Exactly.
That's my baby. Hey, grandma. She asked what station is this on so she could tune in to. She said, you gonna be on the radio tomorrow? Yes, ma'am. Well, what station I can turn into? I said, I don't think that you get that channel, but because you still got the transistor radio right there. We gonna get you a new radio, but
so my point is that I definitely think that Eddie is doing his life's work as far as making people laugh and people, but what I am concerned about is when it's all said and done, and I'm talking about when he gets that big break.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When he makes that big bread, when he, is one of the biggest comedians in the world, like, will I be able to find love? Yes, that's gonna be tough.
I'm gonna go make up with one of my old girlfriends. I'm sorry, boo. Now sense. I got the money. Listen,
my bad.
Here, stop crying. Go ahead and yell at me all you want. Here, take this little thing right here. It's my fault.
Just to make it better.
He got his plan in motion.
Yeah, I'm gonna just do this right here.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, it sounds like a hell of a plan.
I don't know none of y'all, but I know her.
Yeah.
I know her.
Yeah.
She hate me for a little bit, but she can't. I ain't really be. That's one thing I will say about people that I've been in relationships with. By being honest about who I am, everybody know me just like y'all know me. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I show that. So I'm not. Oh, he just doing it for this.
Yeah.
Or he's just doing it. You know what I'm saying? They know who I am, and so. They can be mad and say, it didn't work out with us, but he wasn't a bad guy. He didn't on me. He ain't verbally abused me. He supported me in whatever I was doing at the time.
Right.
Whatever. So it wasn't bad. It's just, shawty, I'm tired of being broke around you in your face.
Yeah.
And so I can go do all of these other things, but I'm watching, sitting here on the couch. I remember one day, I'm sitting there and we went to, we went to the movies, and I saw about 4 of my peers in the movie.
That messed you up.
I said,
it messed you up.
She like, you like the movie? Forget this movie. So put a note right there. Forget this movie. Why are you so mad? I'm like,
I don't think if you're not an artist, you can't
get
understand that.
Yeah.
you know.
That's
I know him. Oh yeah, I booked him. Oh yeah, I worked with him. I work with her. You know, and so, you know, and then you start thinking, well, maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe I'm not doing the things I'm doing, you know. But
insecurities,
yeah. So all of that started coming out, and then when that started coming out, then it's like, well, you know, I've been spending a lot of time with her, but I ain't really been doing the things that I need to be doing on this because I'm trying to make this work. You know, I'm like, oh, you know, I'm trying to be present. So then you trying to find that balance, but. You know,
look, you just like I feel him. She like, you gotta go. She feeling you on that.
Right. So
but let me ask you a question though. On the flip side, and I'm just, you know, on the flip side, have you ever went to a restaurant and went out and saw all of your friends who, you know, they walking around and they seem happily married or happily
yeah, I see y'all every day on social media. I'm watching everybody. My man Malik, you, everybody getting married.
Yeah.
So the only people that still out here in the streets is me and Truth.
That's funny.
That's so true.
And he's not going nowhere.
He's not going anywhere.
Anywhere at all.
So as long as I got a drinking buddy with Truth. We gonna be all right, no. But no, so you know, funny. You genuinely, you know, one to see you guys happy,
yeah,
right? And so, you know, it's possible. You know, I mean, both were artist types. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, okay, it's possible. I have comedian homies that are married. You know, most of my comedian homies are married. And, you know, they talk to me about how to get there, right? And so I know the biggest focus point for me present is to get these projects off my plate,
right,
and out into the marketplace and pull the trigger.
Right.
Just pull the trigger. And so, like, I'm in that right now. All right. And, you know, I got a homie. He married, 2 kids, and, you know, great wife. But, you know, his wife has her own thing that she's passionate about. So she has her purpose. Right. Another friend of mine, same thing. That is the underlying theme.
Right.
And I tend to get into relationships
9-to-5ers.
Yeah, but they're not necessarily
dreamers,
and they don't know what their purpose is. And so when you're a purpose-driven person and you're dealing with a person that's a great person but hasn't quite found their purpose, they tend to underline resent you for knowing what your purpose is.
Yeah.
Now, everybody's not like that. I'm like, everybody can find out. Everybody has a purpose.
Definitely.
So you can't say everybody's not like that. You know, and so that argument ensues, and then the resentment sets in. And you're like, you know what? And you know, as a purpose-driven person, you be like,
I'm done.
And y'all can see the gestures.
It's hilarious.
I love you, baby, but you know, hey, you know, you got to really find that for yourself, whatever that is, and it's not necessarily something that, let me help you. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want a woman to sit up there and be like, I helped you do this, and I helped you do that, and that's not her purpose. That's not what she. You're doing that just because you want to spend time, I think. So I say, okay, what is your, you know, I'll get on them. What's your purpose? What is it? What do you want to do? What do you like doing? If you could wake up anything every day and do one thing, what would it be? I don't know.
I've always told Eddie, I'm like, I just feel like you need somebody that is an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
That has their own thing so that they understand the grind and the hustle. You know, I know for me, since I've, been doing my thing, before I was married, I've only dealt with people who were entrepreneurs. So they understood me, and it takes a lot to deal with me because I'm very, very aggressive. I know a lot of people, and you have to have a sense of security within yourself to be able to deal with a person like me, because I may be out, I see you, and we hug, and the type of hug that we have, it's a very like, I miss you hug, and a lot of people they can't process that.
So shorty, you just gonna
hug him like that. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's my sister, shorty.
Exactly. Oh man, I know what sister means, man.
I know what sister means, shorty. No. Yeah. So man.
You definitely need a dreamer. Yeah. Somebody who understands, because somebody that's a 9 to 5 punching that clock, they not gonna understand that. Look, and they not gonna understand when you need that creative space.
Yeah. Well, Regina Hall, if you're listening. I know you're still single.
And my beautiful wife.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And your lips not sweating right now. That's a beautiful thing.
Working on my breathing.
That's what you're doing?
I really am working on my breathing.
So it's like your nose is like AC for your lip?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's great.
It's still not funny, but I mean, still not funny.
Eddie.
That was Jai cute.
Eddie, do you think that you could be in a relationship with a comedian?
Is hella
Go ahead and say it.
You can say hell. And then he talked on the side of the mic like we couldn't hear him.
Is hell no. Comedians are psychopaths, man. We crazy out here, man. No. It sound good. You guys do the same thing. You're interested in the same stuff. No.
So not even She Ready, not even her.
Oh, Tiffany had. Oh man, no. I love Tiffany.
What about Jess? What's the girl Jess?
No. Tiffany's a great person. She got a good spirit. Always been fun. Always been silly. Women comedians tend to be like my sisters and aunts.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
That's the type of relationship we end up having.
So you never smashed a female comedian?
I have had one. had one.
And that was psycho type. Psycho?
Yeah, you know what? She thought that. So we had a bunch of comedians come over to this when I was living in the South. She had a bunch of comedians come over to my house, and we was writing out some skits and stuff like that.
Right.
And she thought that this other female comedian that was around, that she thought I was trying to hit. Right. So her insecurities come up. So then she had brought me a 6-pack of beer, and I had drunk 2 beers out of the 6-pack. And so she went in my refrigerator and took the 4 beers.
Oh my God.
The bee won't be drinking my beer. And it ran off into the sunset. Crazy as a mug, and I wasn't even hitting the girl. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now all of us are all friends, right? We're still all friends,
right?
You remember that time you took the 4 beers out
That is funny.
I can just picture her taking beers.
She was looking for something to take, you know what I'm saying? She never gave me nothing but the 4 beers. Give me my you got her over here eating turkey bacon. It's like we just writing some sketches, trying to be creative and find our way. But
oh my God, my cheeks are hurting so bad.
So that was how that one ended. So then from there, I was like, maybe I shouldn't have sex with comedians.
So has a comedian, female comedian, come on to you since then, and you just said, "Nah, I'm good."
Lunel tried to do something to me one time. And
Lunel?
You know Lunel. Yeah, man, Lunel. Hey, Lunel, that's my baby. Lunel tried.
Man, people be denying her in movies.
Yeah. She gonna get her something.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's my baby. That's my baby.
Man,
Oh my God.
Yeah, you know.
Let's go to the questions.
All right, let's
the
go to the
random questions. All right, we're gonna ask you some random questions. We're gonna get off the love. But we gonna
let's
ask
get
you
off
some
Ooh, I got out of there with my life. Okay. Great.
All right, go ahead, baby.
what would you name your boat if you had one?
What would I name? Margaret. Margaret.
Why Margaret?
That's my grandmother's name,
Okay.
Yeah,
Eddie, you are so funny the way you said it, though.
yeah,
Eddie.
Margaret.
If you had to change your name, what would your new name be, and why would you choose that name?
Denzel Washington Jr. I really wish he was my father. Man. Please just be my daddy for like 2 years.
Why do you want this?
Because the one I got right now, this nigga is crazy, man. God. My father got a court case this week, man. Pray for him, man. God.
Yeah.
My father still getting gun
Denzel
charges.
Washington Jr. is hilarious.
Okay. What are some things that sound like compliments but are actually insults?
Oh, you jive funny. Let's see. What else? Compliments that
sound like
insults. Your little show was nice.
All that little.
Very little.
Very little. Anything little.
and jive.
It wasn't that bad.
That's a good one.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
That's a horrible
That
one.
bad. Yeah, man.
Okay, what's a body part that you wouldn't mind losing?
This stomach that came on my 38th birthday. I was cool up until my 38th birthday. Now I can't even go to the beach.
What is the dumbest way you've been injured?
The dumbest way I've been injured. Oh, have I ever been injured? Meaning what?
I'm assuming you hurt yourself. That's just
That fight in Edinburgh. I guess I scraped my knuckles or something. I don't know.
All right, one more question. What are two things you would do if you woke up to find yourself completely invisible?
Ooh, if I woke up invisible. Ooh, shoot. Why you ain't tell me that one earlier? Ah, man, there's so much to do. Oh man, if I woke up and I was invisible, since we live in DC, I'm going down to the Bureau of Engraving.
okay.
And I'm gonna get me 4 pallets of that money.
Yeah, but you invisible. The money ain't gonna be invisible.
But they're not gonna
know it's me.
How they gonna get them?
I'm gonna get it. You know what I'm saying?
I think it'll be an invisible person like wrestling with a visible person trying to take the.
Okay. Well, okay. I won't go there.
No, that's his first one. That's your first one.
Okay. Let me take that back. Boom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get me some guns, and I'll be invisible, but I'm holding real guns at a Brinks truck, and I'm taking all the money out. I'm gonna lay them all down, and I'm gonna get the money, and then boom. And then that's one. And then 2, I'm invisible. I'm going to go, I'm going to the penthouse and I'm going to get some lap dances. And I ain't got to pay for them. And ain't going to wear no sweatpants.
All right, Eddie, tell people where they can find you, what you got going on.
Oh, man, please go to my website. It is the Eddie Bryant Show. Bryant, and Eddie is spelled EDDIE. TheEddieBryantShow.com. You can follow me on social media. Just join my email list. That's all you gotta do. If you join my email list, then boom, I know I can tell you where the show's at and stuff like that. And we got some great stuff coming up this year, next year. And if you need me for birthday parties, cookout. Well, no, not cookouts. If it's inside. I ain't doing no more cookouts outside. If you need me for any shows or anything like that, or you need some comedians, holler at me. I always got some good, funny shows, so please, come on out.
This has been an amazing show. My cheeks are killing me.
Yeah, we're going to bring you back, man.
Yeah, come on. I'm ready to come back.
Man.
Great
Thank
show.
you so much, Eddie. We love you so much.
Love you, Ed.
Love y'all too.
For real.
Forever done.
Yes.
Cause I